As you leave home to feed home, remember to always come back home. You don't need to have anything in your hand. And if your parents cannot welcome you back home, then it was never your home. I am talking to you, that young champ, that beautiful woman and that handsome man, that young boy and that young girl who has grown up into a man and into a woman to carry responsibilities that is bigger than your shoulder. Some of you have grown overnight, even though you are so very young. Some of you are babies already making babies. Some of you are boys that are forced to grow into men to go out there and go and hustle and bustle. Some of you have carried the responsibility of your fathers and your mothers. You're out there hustling to give your siblings and your relative a better life. Don't forget to go home. Most of you have gotten your hands into so many crazy things just because you want to have something in your hand when you are going home. No, you don't need to have something in your hand before you go home. Home is home. Home is where you are supposed to go to when everybody have rejected you. Home is where you are not supposed to be ashamed to go to. You don't need buy car. You don't need build house. All those silly expectations, it's not supposed to come from your home. Home is where you are supposed to go like a prodigal son, whether you make them, you don't make them. And if your mama and your papa talk, say now only when you get something for your hand before you go fit enter house, then that was never your home. You need to be careful. I'm talking to that young champ. You are doing well. You are hustling. You're trying. No, they let person pressure you. If your mama and papa won't ask you, waiting you carry come, ask them waiting them carry come. The job of a parent is supposed to train a child into adulthood. That is what it is to be a parent and a guardian. But some of you, your parents have allowed you to begin to train them even when you are still babies, even when you have not gotten into the age of adulthood. That's why many of you have made so many grievous mistakes in your life. It's because you are a baby. You don't even know anything, yet you are facing adulthood. I don't blame you. That is why there are some certain mistakes that you are going to make, and God is going to see you through. Not because what you're doing is good or what you're doing is bad, but because God knows that deep in your heart, it is out of your own ignorance. Some of you have died. Some of you have survived. Some of you are still struggling. I'm just here to encourage you. No matter what you are doing, don't do past yourself. Don't try to be impressing your parents or your relative. Stop that competitive attitude. If I know buy Benz, if I know buy car, I know go house. I want to make mama proud. I want to make papa proud. Papa did not make you proud. Mama did not make you proud. They are still your mothers and they are still your fathers, even though they couldn't make you proud. A lot of your mothers and your fathers couldn't even carry their responsibility. Why are you pressuring yourself? Your father couldn't send you to school. Your mother couldn't send you to school. Why are you pressuring yourself and saying you must come back with Benz? You must come back with house. You must come back with this. Any parent or any guardian that wants to pressure you into unnecessary pressure, that person doesn't love you. It's okay to go back home. There is absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. Tell your parents, your guardians that I said, if they cannot accept you without anything in your hand, that was never your own. Especially in Africa, this month, November, December, you dey hustle, you dey bustle. You don't go put your hand for something when you're not supposed to put your hand just because say you want to prove a point. You want to make mama and papa proud. You want the village people to hail you. No. Home is not where you go to impress. Home is not where you go to booga. Home is where you find peace. Home is where you relax. Home is a resting place. It's not a place to go and impress. It's not a place where you are under pressure. If I have to go home and I'm still under pressure, then that is never my home. When I'm broken, when I'm depressed, it looks as if everything has gone down, the first place I run to is my home, my mom and my dad. If I don't have anything, if I don't have 1 naira, it's my mom. My mom will cook, my mom will clean. That is my resting place. That is what it is to be a mother and a father. Not pressure. And that's the reason why I don't joke with my mother. And I don't joke with my father. Because that is my resting place. A mother and a father should know their responsibility. And I'm using this opportunity to speak to all the mothers and all the fathers out there. And you that is going to be a mother and a father, please help your children. Some of you, Your children have not gone far because of the responsibility that you pressed on their shoulder. Some of your children have not been able to shake their body because the responsibility is too much. It's too heavy for them. They are still babies that you forced into adulthood. That's the reason why it's too hard for them to survive. Help your kids. Get a job. Have your pension. Have savings so that you can allow your children breathing space to be able to do well for themselves. Some kids have not been able to stand. Look at her. 18, 19, 20, 21. She's carrying the whole family responsibility, training a younger one. A baby, training babies. Look at him. How old is he? He's hustling. He has dipped his hand into so many things just because he wants to make mama proud. No, that is not the meaning of motherhood. That is not the meaning of fatherhood. Your child is not supposed to be pressured when they are around you. Your kids are supposed to be relaxed. Your kids are supposed to come when they are broken, when they fail, when they make mistake. You are the one they are supposed to come to. You are not the ones they are supposed to be proving a point to. The moment I start to booger for my mother and start to booger for my father and start to prove a point, then they are no longer my parents. My parents are the ones who are going to see my vulnerability. My parents are the one that is going to know when I'm broke and when I have. My parents are the ones who are going to support me and stand by me. That's the kind of family I'm coming from. And that's the reason why it's so easy for people like us to succeed. And that's the reason why sometimes when we come and tell you our age, you cannot believe it. Because sometimes you cannot phantom it. Some of you are in your 30s, in your 40s, you are still struggling. Some of you are in your 20s, you are looking 50. It's because you have carried responsibility that is bigger than you. People like us, our parents still do their responsibility. Our parents still love us. My mom still cooks with her money. I still go to my mother's house and eat free food. I still go to my mother's house and sleep. I don't need to have fuel. Sometimes when I don't have money to buy fuel, I drive my mother's car. I drive my father's car. They will fuel it. Yes, there is no big deal when it comes to my parents. So, and when I have, my parents know. They also enjoy. No pressure. Parents, you are not supposed to pressure your kids. Most of the pain and the grievances a lot of children are facing today is because of their parents. They are coming to make mama and papa proud. Did you make us proud? We still managed you as our parents and still trying to make you proud. Please don't pressure me. Don't pressure me. Tell them, don't pressure me. In as much as you have left home to feed home, take it easy. They will be all right. Family members, they will be all right. Your mother and father, they will be all right. Your siblings, they will be all right. No go do pass yourself. You want a form firstborn. You want a form first daughter. Do what you can do. Everybody will be all right. They born you, they born your sibling. You don't have to kill yourself just because you are trying to prove a point. After all, your mom and papa don't even do it. Why do we come to pressure you to do it? My point is, I'm not saying you should not be hardworking. I'm only saying stop all those pressure. I don't want to go home because I don't have this. I don't want to go home because I don't have that. My mother. Once you start to think like that, then you're not from a good home. You are supposed to be able to go home in your brokenness, in your emptiness. That is what it should be. It's not only when you have that you'll be rushing home for them to eat. When you don't have, you should also go home like a prodigal son. That is the meaning of home. I thought I should remind you and I should encourage you. December month is October already. Please, no do pass yourself. Do your best. Anyhow way you get them, carry them go house, go manage them. If they no go manage with you, make mama and papa come out to go outside there too, go hustle. Mama and papa got to understand. See, everywhere tight, everywhere hard. You dey try, and you are doing well for yourself. That's the truth. If mama and papa put in the kind of effort when you put in, your life would have been better off than now that you are struggling. So if mama and papa want to put pressure on you, tell mama and papa that if they had worked hard or have hard as you work, if you know they suffer this kind of suffer where you suffer. And if they say make mama and papa proud, tell mama and papa it's also time for them to also make you proud. No do pass yourself. You see this life, you no get soon. If anything happened to you today, your mama and papa go shall still survive. All those your siblings go survive. They go move on with their life. Now so ROI behind they go tell you, pata they go cry for a few days. No go do pass yourself. Take them easy as you leave home to feed home. I love you so very much. no do pass yourself.